We live.
We got a dealer in the house.
We got a family of dealers right
here.
Let's go.
Right here. Here it is. Time to go, everybody. Share it around.
Share.
Be right back.
Focus. Live. Keep rolling.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are here. We are live. Buy here, pay here, Superforum.
Yes.
Woo! We're in Austin, Texas. The NIADA, they're hosting it, man. And this is a great event. We have two of our favorite people that we've met at this event. We've been connected on social, but now we are here hanging out with two of our favorite dealers out there. This is a father-son combo. They look like brothers almost. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, not much off, man, but I love it. I've been watching the social media. I've been checking it out this morning, and man, you guys are doing some amazing things.
Right.
I love what you guys are doing right now and your energy that you have. You guys bring some fire. Welcome to the show.
Well, we got to welcome them, right? So, car guys and car gals, you already know the deal. I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
And I'm Frelinard's subprime hero.
And you are Brewing Solutions live on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Do yourself a favor, do them a favor, do the industry a favor, and tag a car guy, tag a car gal, and share. Get the word out there, because we have right here the one, the only, Billy and Joshua Allrich.
That's right. What's I'm talking about?
We are here. We get some hot fire.
Say one more beer.
Yes, sir. Right.
Hey, I appreciate you both for being here. You know, last night we got to do a little golfing together, hanging out, talking. I had a great conversation with you, Billy, brother.
Yes.
And I love where your heart's at. I love how you're happy for your son working there. You guys are working together, growing a business together, and just developing something that's special, having great months, and even going through the struggle together, but having fun while you're doing it, right?
Absolutely.
I know you're excited about 2023. I'm excited to have you both on the show today. So welcome.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. You guys are awesome. We tuned into you guys, before coming out here, and
Awesome,
our content is so uplifting. We big on high energy, high turnover, and that's what y'all doing, man. So we loving it.
That's what we're talking about. Well, awesome. We also had a little bit of a time last night. We got to get away from the convention center. We got to get away from everything and go check out some barbecue.
Some real authentic, real authentic barbecue.
What'd you all think about that barbecue, by the way?
Oh man,
amazing.
It was fall off the bone.
It was some good
Lou
stuff.
brought me a couple pieces left over, and I had it. The smoke on that meat was just everything. I had the sausage, and then I had some of that turkey. Oh my God, bless.
It was like
Fantastic.
Fire.
But there was something inside of that. And of course, if you watch the show, you know this dude can get a little bit metaphorical, right? I tend to get very metaphorical. Might be the MC in me. Who knows? It might just be the Queens. Whatever. But with that said, we had the chance to go actually get a little bit of a tour from the pitmaster. What was that like, being able to get that tour?
Oh, it was nice, man. We actually was able to see how they made the barbecue. It was super hot. Yeah, a lot of wood. Josh.
I mean, it just shows that, you know, everything is a process.
Come on, that's where we're going.
And you know, in that process, sometimes you gotta you know, start slow and you know, and appreciate that process.
That's right.
And you know, in turn, you're gonna get some good brisket.
Oh, man. You hear what he's saying, folks? The process. And you got to love that inside of the next generation coming through and seeing that, hey, these things do take processes. Being able to help people takes a process. Being able to put our cars on the front line takes a process. Being able to make sure we get paid for the work we do, that's a process, right?
And appreciating that process.
Yes.
Also buying the right car.
Come on, it's a process.
Tell it. You're speaking great language there, because it is. There's nothing in life. Let's just get into the real part of life. Learning to walk when we were children, process. Learning to feed ourselves, process. Not use a diaper, process. I can keep going all the way through life. We had to have processes involved. And when we did the process right, we developed them right. Or, you know, just like anything in sports, if you don't get your fundamentals right, your jumper's going to be off, right? Absolutely. You're going to have this weird jumper that looked like Bill Cartwright. You're going to be like, what happened? And you're like, well, because I never got taught the fundamentals. So learning a process and getting very good at that fundamental and foundation will turn you into a superstar. And I love what y'all doing. You guys got some great fundamentals going on at your store. I love that you guys, because it's hard to duplicate yourself. I know that a lot of times it's hard to put trust in other people when you're growing and you're trying to find things. That's why coming to these events to inspire you to go back and maybe, one, do something different yourself, but or two, inspire you to say, hey, look, nobody's going to be like me. So I need to find people that are going to do this and this and this. They don't need to do exactly what I do, just parts of what I do. So I love that you're here. Let me ask you this, Joshua. I know that you've been doing it. You've been doing it with grace. You know, you've had a great time in this industry. You're putting out some great social media. What about coming to an event like this for you is important?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just about just elevation, man. Just being able to come here with our model that we've created, just off pure hard work and dedication. Yeah.
No doubt.
And now being able to come around these guys that been around this industry, you know, before I was born, and and now getting that knowledge where we can go back to Atlanta and just, you know, elevate what we already have going on. So, you know, seeing you guys, you know, with the energy and, you know, these older guys that have been around. Cause I tell people, hey, this business has been around for forever.
Yeah.
And, you know,
truth. Me
coming in at, you know, young age of 27, I'm trying to put that millennial spin on the business. And, you know, with my dad's help, I mean, it's been awesome, man.
And also meeting the right people, talking to some good guys, letting us know where we going wrong and how we can make some changes as we go back.
And there's been a few things that you've seen, right?
A lot of things,
right?
Bunch of things,
a few things, right? And how does it feel to be able to have your son right here being part of absorbing all of this, to be able to take the business to the next level?
Amazing. I mean, when you think about what's happy for you, what's happy for me is just being family. I have my son work with me every day.
That's right.
It's a blessing.
I
appreciate him and I love him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to let me go, man. He doesn't want to let me go.
You can go if you want to.
But why would you want to leave, right? Why would you want to go?
He said a part of growing, you know, that may mean is we got to get another location and separate what we already have. So we're not rushing to that part. We just appreciate what we have right now.
Man,
I think that's the blessing of it, man.
And another thing I learned being here is we can make the same amount of money in one location instead of trying to do two things and breaking it up. If the math works here, let's just do some things differently. Like we talked to our guy Jack. Say, well, you know what you can do is maybe go get a second location just to
Reconditioned.
You can get your cars,
right.
and then everything in our lot can be just straight
ready.
Yeah, so you have frontline ready vehicles ready to sell right there, so no one sees any of the other stuff. So their appearance and the feeling is like, hey, they're always ready. And then you have this other lot where you can. It's a new business. It's another stream of revenue that you're fixing, and you can and another place to put people in and have them do some work.
Also leave a parking for our rentals too.
Hey, that's exactly right. And I love what you're talking about, and that's some great information, and that's some great masterminding together to get that kind of stuff. Because you're right, you don't have to have two sales places. Why?
Yeah.
Not when you could do it in one location and do it right. You know, and with you two doing it and perfecting it, getting your foundation, your fundamentals correct, so that if you ever want to duplicate it, you can. But right now, get yours the best that it possibly can. Make it super strong so that it will last through the times, last through all these recessions and all the stuff that people are talking about. You know what? Matter of fact, your business is recession proof.
Absolutely.
Guess what's going to happen with your business? It's going to grow massively during this time. And this 2023 is like a lot of people are predicting, and I've seen this, and I believe that 2023 is going to be big when it comes to subprime. When you're talking about people who need help this next year. So be ready for that. Look for the tools that you need. You guys are here. What is one of the things so far that you've learned since you've been here that you're ready to take back with you now?
Well, I would first let me say that car dealers are essential workers.
Yes.
That's right.
Put that out there.
Pandemic,
Put that out there.
You know that people need to drive, man, and people need to get to work. But to touch on what you just said is just about growing, man. Just being focused and knowing that there's different avenues and different tools out here to grow. And if you don't come to these things, man, you won't find out about these tools and different opportunities to grow.
Right.
So
Speaking of coming to these things, so this is your first time coming, right?
my first time, man. It's our first time.
What was it that made you actually say, you know what, that's it. I'm getting a ticket. I'm going. We're gonna do this. You're coming with me.
The old
What was the
man.
thing?
I'll give it up to the old man on that one.
We finally can afford it now. When we first started, we couldn't afford it. So I'll tell any dealer, when you get some money, even before you can afford it, you should come out here because there's so many vendors that can actually take you to the next level.
That's right. That's right.
That's
mean, the financial partners you can find here.
Yep.
The
That's a big
different
part.
vendors,
The
the
financial
GPS
partners.
guys. I mean, you find a little bit of everything here. If you're in the car business, you need to be here.
That's it. And matter of fact,
Come
you
on.
can't afford not to come to these things. I think you guys now retrospect, you're like, man, I wish I would have went to one last year because
I just went to one 4 years ago when I started.
and imagine where you would be now, right?
Yes.
But that's okay. You guys really have done a great job building it yourself. Now it's time. When you get to a certain level, it is time to look for outside resources.
Yeah.
The thing about our towns that we have towns, but we don't want to go to our competitors and say, hey, how do you do that? And they don't really want to tell you. I'll be honest. Some of them might. There's some mentors out. There's some mentors out there, but it's very rare and far in between. They're not going to give you all their secrets.
Well, the good thing about this business is, it's a business out there for everybody. You had multiple car lots right next to each other.
Yeah.
We all can learn from each other,
And we should learn from each other.
And we should, and we always preach that. We open arms. Even in the Atlanta area, you're a car dealer. Come on by, check out our operation. Come tell us what we could be doing better. And, we all work together, and that's what it's all about.
It is what it's all about. There's something that we're trying to make sure we do invite everybody to be a part of here. And that's come here ready to fire it up, ready to actually go out there and take it to the next level. What's key is that you guys are doing what we try to preach all of you to do. Sometimes when you're in the valley and it's a bit of a struggle, you don't do too much reinventing of the wheel. You don't do too much training something new. You go back to the fundamentals, go back to the free throw line, go back to the things that are going to get you to the top of the hill. When you make it to the top of the hill and you got some money to experiment with, you got some money to train yourself with, take the risk, go ahead and invest back inside of yourself. You've been blessed to be able to bless yourself with more education. But you said something that was powerful, and we want to make sure you dealers hear it. Even if you don't think that you have that surplus to be able to invest inside of yourself, prioritize doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Finding a way to move the
you
money
need to be here.
and make it work so that you can get invested into. Because there's things that you wouldn't be able to get connected to and get had you not physically been present. Just like buying a car.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Just like buying a car.
There's a lot
Folks,
of
you're going to have to
connections
come in.
A lot of connections, a lot of different people you can talk to about whatever going on with your business. They have the solution here.
That's right. That's so true.
Tony Thorstad says, if the mountain was smooth, you couldn't climb it. And you just slide down that bad boy,
You can say that again, Tony.
Hey, that's a good one. I like that. I've never heard that before, and it's true. It's it. I actually heard something really great earlier. We're in the car business, and it's man, in the car business, the acronym, man, what was it? Now I forgot it already. Oh my goodness, it's
The car business
The
acronym?
CAR. There's somebody I literally met today said something. I'll think about it here in a second. But folks, I'll bring it back. I apologize for brain farting there, but I'll get back to it. But we're having a lot of fun. We're being able to meet you guys and sit down and hear your story. It really gets me excited. We both have teenage sons now that are starting their early manhood. Like his son's turning 20.
About to be done with some
Right.
teenage
My son's
kids.
turning,
I'm almost done with
my
them.
son's turning 19 this year. So I know that I would love to work with my son. What is it like to work with your father?
I mean, man, this is I'm really a loss for words when it comes to that. I mean, it's anything I guess a kids can dream for, somebody that be able to be there for you, point you in the right direction, and somebody that has understanding. We're not that far off in age. He's 47, I'm 27, so I kind of keep him young, and he puts that wisdom in my mind.
He needs some of that.
He gives me that wisdom. That way I can, take what I want from that and, add it with that young mind. And I think that, it's priceless, man.
That is priceless.
It's somebody to just be able to keep it real, because, some people always have alternative motives in certain situations. With my dad, I don't really have to worry about that. And
not at
that's
all.
awesome.
No, not he's trying to put a legacy inside you, making sure that the seed that he's planting is going to constantly grow. And you're doing a great job making sure that you honor that, man. And I can see that, and I love that because you're stepping up to the plate. You're out there. You're moving numbers. You're making things happen. You're moving metal right now, and you're doing a great job doing it.
Josh was moving metal.
Moving some units, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
And I love it, man. And he was able to, show that side of it to me. Like, before we started our first lot, I would drive from school. I went to FAMU in Tallahassee, take the Greyhound from Atlanta to Atlanta, and drive a car down. And just to get my feet wet. And I mean, once I saw my first car, I'm like, I'm not going to get my master's.
Come on, right. What's this?
I'm going to get my master's in the car business.
That's right.
Now we're here. So
No doubt,
and
no
this
doubt.
show has been designed to be able to make sure that we can show the auto industry in a positive light and to be inviting for those people that are looking for a career. What
That's
would
right.
you say to those that are out there, whether if you had the chance to talk to the younger version of you and you have the chance to talk to another generation that's coming up right now, what do you have to say out there for them to consider this industry as a pathway to actually do the things you want to do?
Absolutely, right. If you do it right, you can make a lot of money.
It's that simple.
It's a very, very good business. You gotta have a lot of patience.
Hey, that's good. Great.
And people are going to drive you crazy at times, but if you do this thing the right way, there's a lot of money to be made, and plus you build a legacy from not that much of an investment.
Come on.
absolutely. I'll start off by one man's trash is another man's treasure. And so in this business, you start to learn that there's different tiers to this business. So you can start off at a lower end, or you can do the high end things. You know what I mean? And some people have a bad look on vehicles, but they're meant to last. People they build to last a long time.
Right.
So I think this business anybody can get into it. And I know my culture, we're so used to other things, entertainment and things of this nature, but the car business is a real business that you can get in and actually be successful at it if you work hard at it. So I guess really with anything, but
I love that.
I think the cars, is just they're meant to last, and you can do it forever because there's people from all over the country here, and that's what makes it so great that you can do it anywhere. It's not a spot in this country, really the world, I believe, that you can't sell cars in. So
Hey, because it's an essential item out there, like you said. We are essential, and I love what you said there. Is that you can get into this business, you could find a way. But you said something about entertainment, and I want to bring this out. He's still entertaining people.
yeah,
Have
definitely.
you all been seeing the social media posts? There's still swag and entertainment involved in that.
definitely.
Matter of fact, if you have that niche, you can do even better than most. You can learn to
That's
market
true.
yourself, market your dealership, market the vehicles that are out there, and do it in a way that your generation wants to see it.
Understood. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. In a way that makes them go, damn. That's something I never saw a car advertisement like that before, right? And I think that's cool, and I think that's great, bro. And I really, honestly, I think it's awesome that you have a father to lean into and be able to get some knowledge, but then he gets to lean into you.
Yeah.
One thing about being a mentoree is that a lot of times, you believe it or not, the mentors are learning tons because of you, right?
Absolutely.
Learning
That's real.
tons because of
Absolutely.
you. So I love that. Raising my son made me a better man. It truly did. Educating people that I've been able to be a leader for made me a better leader because I had to be more accountable. I had to do these things, but I also sometimes they'd ask me a question I didn't know the answer to, and I go find it out. I learned it. Now I learned something new. So it's an important relationship you two have. I'm glad that you can feel that between each other and grow this business and still be able to enjoy life. And
Yes.
I know you're a big fan of going to the DR. We talked about that yesterday.
Where you gonna be? Where's Daddy gonna be next week?
Passport Bros.
Yes,
That's it. But that is what life's about. It's about working hard but playing hard at the same time, right? You have to have evenness in life. You can't just be all work all the time. All work all the time will really make you hate what you're doing.
Well, we work hard and we play even harder.
That's
So,
it.
Car guys. I mean, that's what's up.
That's a
But
car
the thing that I do want to highlight to all of you that are watching this or considering or maybe sharing it with the next generation is to think of how many actual billionaires do you know of that were in the entertainment industry. I mean, we got Jay-Z, and that's about, I mean, we don't have too many more billionaires in entertainment.
Kanye.
Kanye. All right. We got 2. All right. How many billionaire car guys are there? Plenty. Right? Plenty.
A bunch.
This industry can help you go from literally 0 to hero. Ditching, I mean,
Overnight.
It's
like
the
just
American
like that.
dream.
For real. Right now, who is it that's actually making the biggest waves inside of the industry? Tesla, right? Elon Musk. He's just somebody that had a dream, and put some money to it, right?
Yeah.
And you can go from 0 to hero in this industry like no other industry.
That's right.
And I mean, it teaches you how to be a business owner, and that's so key. What do you all say to those that are out there that are even considering being in the business or doing what it is that you're doing? What would you say to them as far as staying focused on actually wanting to help people? Because that's what you guys do. You help people that need help.
We for us, we need business, and I'd love to help people out. I just want to make sure they pay for their car, and if they can't pay for their car, we really want them to communicate. And sometimes one of our biggest issues, customers not want to communicate. They're not gonna go pick it up. Then we can have the conversation. They're like, well, listen, you should have communicated. But man, I just love the business. I sleep and eat this all day, every day.
I know
You're a
you're
real business owner.
I guess something I would attach to that is something that we've been doing a lot of now is just living in the moment, man, and living in the presence, and that's what matters. So anybody out there that wants to, be great at anything, you don't want to be, get down on yourself about the future, where you could potentially be, or anything that happened in the past, because it's not there anymore. So just, realizing the presence, finding out what it is that you really want to do, and being present in that. So,
And that's what he taught me.
Yeah,
That's what he taught
But
me.
man, but as a father,
Look at that, right?
a father, how
Take
proud
that
can you?
on.
I mean, come on.
So, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not even his dad, but I feel proud right now. I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about, right? So I mean, those words are real, but maybe he taught you that, but inside that, he learned that inside of you too. He saw you work hard. He saw you grind every day. He saw you make that stuff happen. I ain't worried about if I'm in the camera or not. They hear me. I do appreciate you telling me. But that's the point. Like, this business, like, and I love what Tony says. It's not a get rich quick. It's you work hard, you will prosper. And that's it. That's like that in anything we do in life, my friends. If you want to build muscle, you got to work hard. You will build muscle. If you want to be a great runner, you got to go out and run. You got to do those things. Lou talked about shooting free throws. You want to be good at shooting a ball, you got to practice that shot. There is fundamentals to that stuff, right? There is a better way to do it. So get out there and learn those things. Get inspired. You guys both inspire me so much. I'm so glad we had you on the show. I'm glad you guys walked by.
And vice versa, man. As soon as we saw you guys podcast again, high energy, high turnover. We're really big on that, and I saw you guys.
Come on, we're there. We're right there. Yeah. We are at that spot.
I love all of that, man, and I vice versa, man. You guys are inspiring to us as well.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for those kind words.
There is one thing that I'm thankful of, that the message to Forgive, Focus, Fly is no more used in dealerships than I could even think of, than inside of a buy here, pay here scenario, because there are times you get burnt. There are times that people take advantage of you. There are times that people do mess up and they don't communicate with you. But ultimately, you still choose to every day forgive them, forgive yourself, right? Hey, maybe I shouldn't have put myself out there, for that person. But you know what? I always want to err on the side of having hope inside of people. And if you get the chance to be able to invest in people and give them a chance to have dependable transportation, you are making your community better, which is ultimately making our world better. And ultimately, you're doing that by applying 3 Fs. You're dropping some F-bombs at the dealership,
We're dropping F-bombs, baby.
Yeah, focusing and flying so that we can keep growing. That's right.
Hey, it's the 3 cleanest F-bombs that won't
We're
offend your moms, right?
That's
So we say F-bombs that won't offend your moms. So we're going to do it together and get out of here, man.
So we're going to put hands on the shoulders. We're going to wipe off the weight of unforgiveness. We're going to focus on where it is that we're going, who we can help, and we're going to stretch out and fly. On 3. 1, 2, say it loud. 3, forgive, focus,
fly, and keep growing. Keep growing. That's right, folks. What a great show this was. I'm Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And I'm Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy. And you've been Brewing Solutions on the Car Guy Coffee Podcast, live at the Buy Here, Pay Here Super Forum in awesome Austin, Texas, with this dynamic duo,
Duo right
father and son.
Allrich Auto.
Let's go, Billy and Joshua Allrich. That's right, everybody.
Thank y'all so
Fluid
much,
Solutions.
folks. Check them out. Check out their
Talk some
website.
more. Check
If
them
you're
out.
in the
Check
if
them
you're in
out.
Atlanta area, you need some help. Reach out to them. They got you.
Yeah, we
They
on
got you.
TikTok, we on Instagram, man. Come on, check
Check them out.
check
Check
us
them out.
out.
What's that Instagram handle?
Allrich Auto ATL, man. Check us out.
Check them out.
Check them out.
Check out, everybody. See you soon.
Peace.